Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? I don't remember if I've done a reading for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures. I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste the message. They don't waste their energy. So if something doesn't make sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, I know what he's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He's not going to give me all the details. He'll give me just enough so you should understand what he's referring to. It's his show, his ball game, within reason. They're usually good. So we're going to talk to Bryan. He comes in singing the Jiminy Cricket song, Zippity Doo Dah, Zippity Day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. I think it's Jiminy Cricket on Disney. Don't know why he's singing it, but he's whistling. Now he's whistling. He's whistling. Whistle. Oh, the whistling song. Whistle while you work. Whistle while you work. What is that? Is it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Is it the dwarfs that whistle that song? So now I believe they're both Disney referrals. So I don't know if you've just watched a Disney movie, you were getting ready to. This is one, maybe he'd like to watch some of these. He's not saying why he's referring to this. So just keep that in mind. He says, he's rubbing his head. He says, look at my hair, aren't I gorgeous? Aren't I gorgeous? And he's got a big smile on his face. He's being funny. I don't know. Did he used to run around and go, look at me, I'm gorgeous. Aren't I handsome? Oh, what's the saying? Now he's referring to, you know why today's so great? Because I get better looking every day. And he's looking in the mirror now. So he's being cute. You could possibly, I don't know if you have or this is going to happen, like where you're looking in the mirror, he's showing in the bathroom, doesn't have to be a bathroom mirror. And you think you see him standing behind you. It's like, this is kind of like peripheral vision, but in a different way. You can see them in your peripheral vision. And I include this up here because you can put your head down. I can have my head down like this and see somebody walk by. But if you see somebody in your side vision, and you look and there's nothing there, and you go, oh no, it was my imagination. No, it's not. So this is going to be kind of the same thing. You'll be looking at yourself, but it'll still kind of be your peripheral vision. You're not looking dead at it, dead on. And you think you see him kind of standing behind you, and then when you actually look, you don't see anything. Same thing. Just trust. Trust that that is him. He said he's going to be brushing his whisker stubble on the side of your face. You will feel that. Everybody feels it different. I can't tell you for sure how you will feel it. You won't feel it the same way I feel it. But you'll feel either that it'll feel like a tickling, your cheek could get real warm. You could actually feel the stubble like stabbing you, could feel like little pins stabbing you. Don't know for sure how he's going to get it to come across for you. Maybe something you just can't quite get off. But it should be just one cheek at a time. So no, When he does that, that's a sign from him. Or if you see him standing behind you, if that scares you, tell him that scares you. Don't do it again, or do it in a different way, or something. I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you. He can see you. Talk to him all you want to. But anyway, when you get these signs, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. That is totally your free will choice, totally up to you. He's talking about being hairy, Hairy. Did he have a lot of hair on his body? I don't know. He just mentions being hairy. And I think he's going to say something when I start talking. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Blah. Good grief. So he wants me to explain. You ask, why did he have to go? What I've been shown, what I've been taught is before we come down here, we decide our exit point. I don't know that we always decide exactly how we're going to leave, but we decide when we're going to leave. Why? I have no clue. They don't tell me everything. But you can decide, you can be 1 day old or you can be 100 years old. But whatever that timeline is you decided to exit, it can waver a little bit depending on what's going on with the people around you, how it's going to affect them, or how it's going to fit into other plans or whatever. Yeah, I know. But he was within his time span. It was time for him to go. It was like they say, your number's up. Kind of. I mean, I think that's a rude way of putting it, but it's kind of the same thing. And he's showing himself when he left that he was skipping. He was skipping as he left. He was skipping up a path, skipping to where he was going. It's like, I'm here. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm here. I'm heading off on my new adventure. He says he felt like he had fairy wings. He's quite a character. Felt like he had he said they weren't angel wings. He said he sure wasn't an angel. He says, but he felt like he had fairy wings. Skipping along his path, heading to where he needed to go. Like, okay, just like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, wait a minute, I'm not sure who he's showing me. Hang on. And I don't know what you look like. I don't think this would be you. He is with a grandmother. He's shown himself hugging this lady sitting in a chair in a kitchen, only she's up there. I think. Nah, I'm not 100% sure. Is one of his grandmas still here? She's sitting at a table like back in the 50s that had I don't know if you want to call it laminated top or whatever, but it had the thick silver ridge around the edge of the table. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you'd have a clue what kind of table I'm talking about. This is a table like way back in the 50s, I would say. The round chairs. And he's bending over and he's hugging her from the side. I'm not sure that she's gone though. So if he's got a grandmother that's here, he's hugging her now. If he doesn't, then he's doing it up there, but I'm not quite feeling it that way, and I'm not sure why he's showing this. Whoever this grandma is, she knows he's hugging her, whether she's here or up there. She may not admit it, but she does. I don't know where he's moving to. Hang on. He's moving. Let's see what he's going to show me next. Okay, so he moved over behind me, and he's got his fingers on top of my head, and he's going like this. So you should feel that. You might just feel the hair move. You might feel a tickle. You might actually feel, we don't have these fingers anymore. We don't need them anymore. So you might actually, it could feel like little hot spots, could feel like a bunch of little tickly spots. It could feel, you could just feel the hair. If a fly lands on this, I can feel it. So, but he's got all of his fingers on there, kind of wiggling them around on your head. So again, validating. Let him know that you know that's him. Give him permission. Or tell him not to. That's your choice. He says he's going to make sure that you are provided for. He will make sure you are provided for. You will be okay. Now he's showing himself walking through your kitchen, and there's like a, I'm going to say like a Tupperware glass. That's what he's showing me. It doesn't have to be the exact glass. And he just walks by and knocks it off the counter. So if you start finding random glasses falling off the counter, find them laying on the floor the next day or something, know that that's him. That's going to be one of his signs. Again, let him know that you know that's him, validating. You'll start getting the hang of it, he says. He's like all over in your house. He's sitting on a couch, putting his feet up on the coffee table. He says, I can do that anytime I want to. And he's just kind of moving around. Okay, he's playing with a clock on the wall. They love noises, smells, and electronics. It's something easy for them to manipulate since we don't have this heavy old body anymore. So watch for one of your clocks. He's showing one on the wall. Doesn't have to be one on the wall. I know that sounds a little vague, but this is the way he's showing it. And he's moving the hands. He's just taking his finger and he's moving the hands around. It still could be a digital clock. It doesn't have to be one that has hands, but this is just the way he's showing me he's going to be messing with clocks. So watch your clocks to change time or stop or go backwards or whatever. He said he's having fun with it. And sometimes it takes them a little while to learn. It's like the movie Ghost. That's one of the ones that's pretty close to being how this actually works, at least for me, except for the demons. I've never seen any demons like that drag anybody off. But like when he's in the subway and the spirit is teaching him how to flick the bottle cap and kick the can, and he has to get the hang of it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing for us. That's the way I've seen it work for the people I talk to anyway. So it could take him a little bit to get the hang of all this. He said he's kind of lazy because he doesn't have to do a damn thing if he doesn't want to. You are special. And I love you so much. I love you so, so much. And all of a sudden, I never do this, but I'm wanting to fiddle with my fingers, just like rub on my fingernail or just fiddle. He says fiddle fart around with your fingers. So I don't know if that's a habit he had that I'm picking up, or maybe that's something you do. Something about the color orange. Now he's showing a glass and he's taking a spoon and he's hitting the side of the glass. So you're going to hear the tinkling of the glasses. He's coming up with all kinds of stuff. You know, like if somebody's getting ready to make a toast or something and they take their glass and they ding, 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 you know, to get your attention. That's kind of what he's doing with the glass. It could be loud. It could be very slight. It's up to him. Again, he says you're special. I have no idea how special you are. Don't let this slow you down. You have more work to do here. And he's not talking about work like a 9-to-5 job. Don't fall backwards. You need to keep everybody in line. He says to write down a list of things that you would like to accomplish in your life, that you would like to do, that you would like to be. Where would you want to be 5 years from now? Write them down, make them clear so that he knows and they know what they need to bring you in your life, what's truly in your heart, what you would really like to see happen. And he says, and no, I can't come back. He said, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to move your feet. It's time for you to step forward. And he will be right there beside you as you do it. Whether you realize it or not, he will be there. Just as close as he's going to be in that mirror. Okay, he's showing me a very large white butterfly, so he's making it very clear so it gets my attention. That will be another sign for you. That's one of my signs. Big white butterflies. Doesn't matter if it's you see it like that. Doesn't matter if you walk out your door and you see one. It doesn't matter if you see it on TV, Facebook, billboard. Doesn't matter where you see it. That will be another sign. Again, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and you'll start noticing white butterflies just popping up everywhere. But when you see one, just say, I love you. I know you're here. Thank you for the reassurance. Thank you for letting me know you're around. He's saying soon your problems will clear up. So whatever's going on right now, know that in the very near future, that's going to clear up. He says, then you'll be able to breathe. And it will eventually be okay. You just don't think it will right now. Hold on tight to the memories. They are precious and can't be taken away. Hold out your hand and I will help guide you the rest of the way. When I walk, like when I walk down by the river, I hold my hand out and I'll ask whoever I want to hold my hand and walk with me. So hold your hand out. This may take you one time, it may take you 10 times. Relax it. Don't go like a claw. Just hold your hand out, relax it, ask him to hold your hand. Eventually, you'll feel some warmth or pressure or something in the palm of your hand. A lot of times to me, it actually feels like they're actually physically holding my hand. We don't have fingers anymore, like I said. And like I said, everybody feels the energy different. So it just depends on how he's going to relay it to you and how you're going to receive it. In it, I don't know how long he's been gone. He's not saying. But if you're still in really deep grief, it's hard to get the signs. It's harder, which to me doesn't make any sense. That's backwards to me. That's when you really need them. I don't know what he's doing now. He's crashing cymbals like the little monkey that you wind up, and crashes cymbals and walks around on the floor. I don't know why he's showing this. I don't know if you have this toy. Maybe you had one when you were younger. Maybe you're going to see one in the real near future. Again, he's rubbing his hair on his head. Aren't I gorgeous? You are a handsome boy. He's talking about fresh baked apple pie. So know when you get that smell. Maybe you like to make apple pie. Maybe that was his favorite pie. Maybe somebody always made him apple pie. Know when you smell that, like it's just come out of the oven. Doesn't count if you're walking through the store and you're walking through the bakery. But you could smell it anywhere, in your car, outside, in a store. Doesn't matter. And you get that whiff of fresh apple pie. That's another sign. He's leaving you tons of signs. Tons. So again, validate him. Acknowledge him. Tell him you love him. Ask him to bring you more. And for like 2 weeks, as soon as I'd open my eyes in the morning, I'd smell chocolate chip cookies, but I never figured out who was here trying to get my attention. He says you need more fresh air. So I don't know if you've been keeping yourself locked up in the house, or maybe he's acknowledging that you are getting more fresh air, that's what you're doing. He says breathe. Breathe when you're outside. Breathe. He says take in as much of that fresh air as you can. Know that the decisions that you're making are the correct ones for you. That you will be okay. Just keep moving forward. You will be okay. I promise. And I'm going to help. Now he's showing me a dog that looks like a collie. Well, I don't think I've seen anybody that has a collie lately. I haven't seen those dogs in forever. Of course, it could be Sheltie. They're the shorter, collie-looking dogs. So I don't know if you guys had a dog that looks similar to a collie. He could have had one when he was younger. Somebody close to you maybe needs to know that their fur baby is okay and he's there with him. Not sure why we're referring to the collie. I keeps drawing my eyes to my calendar. Something about this week. My eyes are not landing on any certain day, but it's like 27th, 28th, and 29th. My eyes keep going to my calendar. So I'm not sure what he's referring to. Whether he's just referring to one of those dates in a month, in any certain month, or he's referring to those dates in July itself. So he could be validating a birthday or an anniversary or something along that line. I love you. He says, make sure she knows I love her. And he goes, like, he's like right here. And he blows on me. Tell her I am that close. I am that close. So you might even feel him do that. And it probably be very slight. He's trying in all kinds of ways to let you know he's around. So just open up to it. Just trust it. When you get one of those, then it's easier to trust the other ones once you've seen or heard one of those. You're still my gorgeous babe. And I love you to the moon and back. I wish I would have told you more often. Something about shout to the heavens. Shout to the heavens. And I don't know if he's just talking about you shouting to the sky or if he's talking about you going out screaming at the sky. He didn't say it like it was in an angry way, but could be you taking your frustration out and going outside and just yelling at the sky. He said it's all in God's plan. Okay, with that, he's going to leave. So watch for all. He's giving you tons and tons of signs. You're very fortunate. Some of them only do like a couple of them. So know that he's still around, but you still have to move forward with your life. He still wants you to take steps forward, and he'll take those steps with you. He'll help you. Ask him for help. He can hear you. I promise. Anyway, much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.